gold prospectors. I'm coming here because I wanted to show you the difference between the new propane or whatever it's called and the Fossicker's pyramid gold pan. As you can see, it has a pyramid underneath, and that screw thing is where everything drops down into the end of the pyramid. It has steel edges that clean your rocks, because the Fossicker says most people lose most of their gold because they don't clean their rocks thoroughly from clay and whatever. I'm going to show you how this thing works. Just back in here, swish it a little bit. This thing does all the work for you. You don't really have to worry about the roots. They get cleaned off pretty fast. You don't have to mess with them. And then they just slide off the edge. And as you think you've got everything kind of matriculated down to the bottom, you give it a good swish back and forth like this. As you can see, those steel rods that go all the way down to the bottom of the pyramid are washing these rocks thoroughly. They're scraping all the clay and hopefully gold off of them. Now I can go in there, pour that out if I want to. Leave that in there. But I can throw the smaller rocks out and use those to fill up my hole. Because as one of my favorite camping persons says, my things better, not worse. Comes from Georgia. I did a bad thing, but I love his accent. Anyway, so we just keep going like this. Pour that out. You can see there's not much of anything left in the bottom there. That's all pretty much all cleaned up. Here, you can stir it up if you want to. Give it another swish. Get rid of those little rocks. The gold is going to go right down inside that gold trap, and it's not going anywhere. So let me show you how that works before we lose our light. You just unscrew the bottom trap. Leave a little water inside to help flush the water out. Look down here, Ryan. My son Ryan is the photographer for the day. Hopefully for all the time. The water's cold. Give me my glove. Okay, you unscrew it, you pull it, you drop it. You tap it, it's all empty. You pop it back in. Now I'm not getting anything for displaying this. I just want you, fellow guys and gals, to see the difference between this one and the flatter version with holes in the sides. I'm sure that one works just as good. But I got this one a long time ago. I don't even know if it's still for sale. And we'll see what we got in here. We're digging underneath the tree stump. The river is flooded. Maine has gotten a lot of flooding today. I woke up to an alarm this morning. It screamed, flood! Get out your oars. I had to run outside with my umbrella and see if the houses are still here. Never heard that before. Alright, so we're looking around in here. Even in the dark, we could probably see gold if it was in there. I see some more birdshot. There's plenty of that to be had almost everywhere. I'm glad I'm not metal detecting. This sample came out from behind this tree right here, where the water is coming around the tree. Can you see that? Another shovel there. I don't see anything major in there. Yeah, there's a one speck, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to suck this all up, bring it home and examine it a little more later. But that's how this thing works. Let me clear out this. This is my toilet plunger, sucker tube. This thing's been very handy. I got this up at Byron, Maine. I had to fix it, so I found a piece of cork, glued this back into the cork and shoved the plastic cork inside here, and then it works again. It broke. Let's see if there was anything in there. Oh, big nuggets come to me. Well, I don't expect to find a lot of gold down here. It's not like Vermont. I mean, I was in seventh heaven in Vermont. I find several flakes every so often. This is in Dover, New Hampshire. And every so often I'll find some. I think this is a tributary from the Swift River that eventually goes out to the sea, and most of the gold probably has dropped out a lot further up than where I am. But every so often, when the river looks like this, you can see it looks pretty gnarly. It was a lot higher when we got here. So we're going to do a couple more pans and call it a day. But I wanted to show you how the pyramid gold pan is very similar to it's called brain fartitis. You'll know if you go prospect what I'm talking about. Oh my God. Ah. Bye.